to the Capture Your Confidence podcast. We are going to start a series this month called Confidence in Life. And as you know, we host our State of Women conference every year in October. And our theme this year prompted us to want to make some podcast episodes in alignment so you can get a flavor of what is coming up at the conference.
And one of the things that we're really focused on is helping you, work smarter in your life and figuring out ways to incorporate the things in your life that you really want to bring back in.
Yes. And so we thought we would kick off the month with this episode where we're going to talk about building confidence just because we want to do the things that we want, even if there is not a direct benefit to others.
And I will tell you, I think so many women struggle with this because if there's not an express purpose for something that we're doing, it feels like it's not a high enough priority to go on the list because I think societally, women are told that they should be helpers and they should be doers and contributors. And so if there's something that you want to do with your time and it literally benefits no one but you, that is the first thing that usually gets cut from your list.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're also very task oriented. And so a lot of times we don't even put ourselves high enough on the priority list to
make the cut,
right? To make the list.
Yeah.
And so we're too busy ticking off tasks that benefit everyone else. We don't even give real thought to what we want to accomplish and what is going to bring us joy.
Exactly. And I will tell you, I've spent years of my life looking at women who created space for themselves to do the thing they wanted with such not disdain, but a little bit of resentment,
Yeah.
It must be nice to have the time to do the thing you want to do. And it's like, well, actually, she probably had to bend over backwards to create that time and space to do that thing for herself. And also, just because you are unwilling to make time for yourself, don't poop on her for having good boundaries and figuring out a way to incorporate the things that she wants to do in her life.
Yeah.
I spent, I think, a lot of my early 30s kind of feeling that resentment of just there's never enough time to do the things that I enjoy.
Yeah, I agree. And I think too, as you grow in your own confidence journey, you get to a place where you see that and then you wonder how you can get it for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And what does it take for me to be able to create that space?
Yeah. And I will say the older that I've gotten, the more I get to look at people who have things that I desire with inspiration and joy.
Yeah.
Because it is the opportunity for me to ask myself some questions of what needs to change in order for my life to look like that, because it's a possibility for me, not a thing that they get that I don't get to have to.
Yeah. So how do you kind of talk yourself through this idea that I want to pursue something that maybe isn't profitable or productive or in line with my business, but it is something that I believe is going to bring me joy?
You know what? This is going to sound a little bit woo-woo. No one's surprised here, but I just feel like whatever it is that you believe, I don't care. If I have a desire in my heart to do something, that was planted in me.
Yeah.
It is for me. And I believe that the world, the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, is not cruel enough to place a desire on my heart that is not possible for me.
Yeah.
And so I just have to tell myself, if this is a thing that I love, I don't have to make some reason for it to be okay for me to pursue it. Me loving it is the reason,
Yeah. No, I love that. And it also comes with the territory when you start to flex your own confidence muscle and trust in yourself. It just naturally flows that, okay, the next logical step is that if this is here, I trust myself enough to know it's here for a reason and I want to take steps to pursue it.
Mm-hmm. And I will say too that having children forced me to honor creating space for the things that I love because I witness my children having things that they love. And I want them to understand that them pursuing, carving out space for those things is a valid and important, valuable effort.
Yeah.
And if they don't see me doing that for myself, how, when they get older, are they going to still prioritize that thing?
Yeah. I mean, if nothing else, use that as a motivation to model it for them. And I think even if that's initially your motivation, you do find that it fills you up and it's worth continuing to make the time for it.
Okay, so inquiring minds want to know, what is on your list right now in this season that you're doing that benefits literally no one but you?
So I am training for the bike ride that we have in our town, Pelotonia.
I forgot that you asked me about
this.
Right?
I do this.
And then I gracefully said, no, thank you.
So once a year, I pretend I'm a bike rider.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things, it takes a long time. You don't really do it close to home. And it doesn't really benefit anyone. There's definitely easier, more efficient ways for me to get exercise. So I don't even count it like, oh, I'm doing this for exercise, because there's definitely easier ways for me to get movement in.
Mm-hmm.
But I love what it supports. I love the mission. I love the people I do it with. And so once a year, I pretend I'm a bike rider and I go on these, unnecessarily long bike rides, not close to home, so that I can quote unquote train and be with my friends. And it fills me up. And I don't know that it really benefits anyone in direct relation to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would argue that it benefits other people in direct relation to you because it does, A, keep you healthy, but also B, anytime you do something that makes you feel good at the end of it, other people benefit from you being in a great place, right?
Yes, that's true. That's very true. What about you?
Okay, so anyone who knows me personally, this will not come a shock to you, but the only thing that I really do with consistency that I've always been able to keep on my priority list that benefits literally no human being at all besides me is reading love stories. Oh my God. Does a girl love a love story so much? I read every single night. I might read for 2 pages and pass out. I might read 100 pages and pass out, but I read every single night. It is the way that I end my day.
Mm-hmm.
And literally it is for no one.
Yeah.
You want to call it checking out of this world? You call it that. I don't care. But it is so lovely to get wrapped up in a story.
Yeah. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
So the other interesting thing here is the thing that you're doing can change and ebb and flow,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
right? And it doesn't have to be forever. Because I think sometimes, I think especially when I started doing this bike ride, I thought I had to be a bike rider 24/7 and get the thing that lets me ride my bike inside and all these things. And no, that's just my thing in this season.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's important for people to realize too. It can change.
Yeah, I'm the kind of girl who, when I really get into something, it becomes my entire personality. So,
Yeah.
I went through my sourdough era, right? And
I do remember that.
Yes. Okay. So, when I get into a hobby, I'm really freaking into it. So, I don't understand this whole moderate approach that you have, man. This is not something I identify with, but whatever.
Yes, both ways work.
And so, as we think about the State of Women conference coming up and some of the things that we're going to be talking about at this conference, I think one of the most important permission slips that we can give other women is to carve out space for the things that are literally for no one but you, because you are a human being walking on this planet and you get to do things with and for yourself without it having to be at the benefit of someone else too.
Yeah. I mean, this notion that what if I did something and nobody but me clapped and nobody but me cared? That's the essence of the confidence muscle, right? When you can get to that place and say, that's all that matters is that I'm the one clapping.
Yeah. As long as you're clapping, you won.
Yeah.
You've won the game.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, we can't wait to speak with you the rest of this month over some recurring themes around building confidence in your own personal life.
Yes. And if you're interested in learning more about the State of Women Conference, make sure to check out the link, which is in the show notes.
Talk to you soon.
Bye.